Hello everyone, it's Tuesday, it's Harp Tuesday, and I'm here today with Andrea Pretzler, who is working on the design and production of a single-action carbon fiber harp.
Well, the idea happened a couple of years ago, and I got in touch with a really great harp maker in Tyrol, Otto Zangerle, and he helped me on the development of the harp quite a lot, because my background was carbon fiber engineering. I came from Formula One, and so it was not a given to build a harp. But it seemed to be an interesting project, and he, after a bit of convincing, he agreed to join on the project, and he put in his harp experience, and I put in my composite experience, and so we came up with the carbon fiber harp. On a conventional concert harp, you have the rods in the pole. With the folk harp, it's quite common to have the action activated through strings in the sound body. Yes, and it gives you obviously some freedom with the design of the pole.
Right. Yeah, because obviously here we
you would not be able to do something like this. Yeah. I think it's also a very simple way to make a mechanical system for the harp, and especially to make a lightweight system. So this type of system really matched the target to make a light harp that has some reasonable sound. It's absolutely pointless to work on just pieces of the soundboard or pieces of the body, because you need to have the whole structure to see how this would work in terms of sound, because even the shape of the body has influence on the resulting sound. So we knew that basically this shape of body worked quite well, because Otto doesn't really build this very typical folk harp, but he builds harps that match many types of music. So he was really a good partner for doing something like this, and that's how we started with the design of a body, and then we refined, or I refined the layup to create a certain sound we wanted to achieve.
Can you tell us a little bit about what carbon fiber actually is? You were saying it's actually layers, right?
Yes, it's single layers. Each layer is on these harps. Each layer is about 0.3 millimeters thick, and then you create by orienting the fibers in certain directions. You get a certain pattern of layup. And by changing this and modifying this, you get a different distribution of the sound waves, basically. Okay. So this has some impact on how the sound would then come out of the harp.
And you were also saying that it really shares many characteristics with wood.
Yes, it's even wood is basically, it's a natural composite material, because you have the fibers there and you have the resin there. Right. So it's a very, very similar thing to carbon fiber. the main difference is that the carbon fiber is much stiffer, and so you have different properties in terms of sound, and you have to kind of find a way how to work with that to get the sound you want. I think many people I spoke to and who tried it, they were kind of surprised, because everybody expects, if it's a material that is used in aerospace and racing and whatever, you expect some technical sound, right. Yeah, and yeah, yeah. You don't expect it to be like a harp.
So I loved getting a chance to try this harp, play on it, and of course record that Harpist in the Wild episode. And I definitely had that experience Andrea talked about of playing it for the first time and being quite surprised at the sound. It didn't match what I had as a preconceived idea of what a carbon fiber harp sounds like. To me, it sounded more like an Erard or some sort of historical harp, and I couldn't tell, I wouldn't have known just listening to the sound that it was carbon fiber. So that was, to me, one of the most interesting and biggest takeaways of this experience, was sort of updating my idea of what that means to be a carbon fiber harp. And this idea that just like wood, carbon fiber doesn't have one uniform, homogeneous sound, that the design also plays a big part in what sort of sound you get. And my other takeaway, I guess, was this idea of how the Tyrolean folk harp, that single action pedal harp, is, for the right person, potentially a very compelling form factor. And not specific to this carbon fiber harp, but just that style in general, offers this more portable, it's the kind of the size and weight of a large lever harp, rather than a pedal harp, much smaller and lighter than a pedal harp. So this form factor of a smaller, lighter, more portable harp with pedals. It's just a single action system, but it means that you potentially can be playing music that you might not otherwise be able to play on a lever harp. So yeah, just an interesting option to keep in mind, especially if you're in Germany or Austria. So I hope you enjoyed that. Check out Andrea's website for more info on the harp, and I will see you in 2 weeks for another episode of Harp Tuesday. Cheers.